Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 13 of my favorite debut albums of all time. The great debuts, the ones that stand head and shoulders above the rest. That's kind of what we're doing here, right? We've only got 31 days, though, so we're going to pick out our 31 favorites, the most impactful, the ones that we enjoy the most. Today, for pick number 13, this isn't like my favorite album by this band. Probably generally doesn't even come into my top 3 or sometimes even my top 5. But it is so impactful, and it's filled with great songs, and just showed right off the bat. It just goes to show you how great this band is, that their debut can be so damn good, but yet they have others that are even better, right? At least to me anyway. I'm sure to some people this might be one of their greatest. I think they got even better as they went along, but they were gangbuster great right off the bat. This was released March 22nd, 1963, recorded at EMI Studios in London, England, produced by George Martin for Parlophone Records. Of course I'm talking about Please Please Me by the Beatles. That's right. The UK sensation, shocking the world right out of the gate with a debut album that just took the music world by storm, and their legend would continue to grow album after album, single after single, performance after performance, appearance after appearance. So, like, to this day, arguably one of the most important rock bands of all time that just started so much, we're talking early 60s here, right? Started the whole British invasion movement. One of the bands really responsible for bringing psychedelia into pop music, and just 4 legendary guys, legendary band, legendary songs, legendary albums, right? So regardless whether you think that the early stuff kind of matches up to the latter period stuff towards the end of the decade, that's completely up to you. But Please Please Me is where it all started. And it's a great collection of little pop songs and ditties, singles and, originals and cover songs and all that good stuff. So let's take a look at the tracks here. Of course, I Saw Her Standing There. Absolutely classic, right? Absolutely classic. Again, I prefer the latter, more rock and psychedelic stuff, but it's just hard to not. You can't discount the genius of this band right off the bat. They were just great songwriters, especially together, right? You got Misery here. You got the band writing together, as well as, like I said, doing some cover stuff. And most of these songs are like 2 minutes long. It's amazing how short this stuff was at this point in time, because again, we're not in the album era yet, right? We're in the kind of singles era. And back in those days, if you're going to get played on the radio, 3 minutes is basically too long. 2.5 minutes, done. You got Misery, right? You got, and again, you got on some of these tracks, you got Lennon and McCartney singing together. On some, it's just either or. Sometimes you got George or Ringo singing, right? You got Anna, Go to Him, right? Cool rendition of that. You got them doing Chains, right? With George singing. That's pretty cool. Then there's Boys, an old Luther Dixon track sung by Ringo. Ask Me Why, gorgeous little song sung by Mr. John Lennon. Please Please Me, the title track. Lennon and McCartney both singing alongside each other. That's a really great track, right? Then over on side 2, it's like the side 1 starts off with an everlasting song, and I Saw Her Standing There. And then, of course, Love Me Do. You know me, don't really like harmonica much, but works here. Love Me Do, again, those 2 vocals, Paul and John working together, so good. P.S. I Love You, great song sung by McCartney. Baby It's You, it's an old classic song by Burt Bacharach and company, right? Sung beautifully by John. Do You Want to Know a Secret? There's George once again. To me, George was always kind of the secret weapon in this band, even though the other 2 really dominated both the songwriting and the vocals and things like that. Whenever George came in, always good to hear his voice. Taste of Honey, another old track there, sung by Paul McCartney. There's a Place. There you have that sung by the duo of Lennon and McCartney. And, of course, Twist and Shout, their version of this song, really rocks to kind of finish out the album. And it's one of the longer tracks on here, 2.5 minutes, because there's nothing over 3 minutes on this album. And you 2.5, 2 minutes 50 seconds. That's usually the longest you're going to get here. But they do a great rendition of Twist and Shout. So good. So again, I didn't really mention this, but John Lennon, of course, lead, harmony, backing vocals, acoustic and electric guitars, harmonica. You got Paul McCartney, lead, harmony, backing vocals, bass guitar. George Harrison, harmony, lead and backing vocals, lead and acoustic guitars, and Ringo Starr, drums and percussion and vocals as well. So, an additional people showing up here again. You got George Martin again producing, adding a little bit of piano and things here and there. Stuart Eltham helping out in the engineering. Also helping on the engineering was Norman Smith, and a little bit of drums by Andy White on a couple tracks. So let's take a look at the charts again. With this first album, this is mostly doing, the big business in the UK. So number one on the charts across the board on all the different UK charts. You got Record Retailer, Record Mirror, New Musical Express, and Melody Maker. West Germany, this made it to number 4. And we could talk about reissues. All right, so when they did the reissue of the album and CD in 2009, that's the version I have here, popping back on the charts. Austria, number 75. Belgian charts on the Ultra Top, 76, or the Flanders top charts, and on the Wallonia charts, number 78. Dutch charts, 89. Finland, 25. Italy, 64. New Zealand, 32. Portuguese charts, number 29. Spanish charts, 53. Swedish charts, 27. And the Swiss album charts, number 74. Also popped back on the U.S. Billboard, 155 in 2010. And certifications: Argentina Platinum, 60,000 units sold. Australia Gold, 35,000. Canada Gold, 50,000. Denmark Platinum, 20,000. New Zealand Gold, 7,500. UK, on the original release, 500,000 units sold. Sales since 2009, Platinum, 300,000 units sold. And here in the States, Platinum, 1 million copies sold. And as far as singles, Love Me Do with P.S. I Love You on the flip side, released October 5th, 1962. And Please Please Me with Ask Me Why, January 1963. So there you have it. Please Please Me by the Beatles. Let us know what you think of this debut album, this landmark debut, down in the comments below. It's my pick number 13. Maybe you guys have it higher. Maybe you have it lower. Maybe you don't have it at all. Whatever. Like I said, I dig this. It's got to be on this list. But to me, as great as this is, they got even better going forward, I think. But this is them in their early kind of like, real pop phase, right? That's what they were doing right off the bat. So they did it quite well. So that's my pick for today. This is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility memberships. Look at how young they were, right? All that's located below, so thanks in advance for all your support there. It's always greatly appreciated, and we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 12. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.